Have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, it's Haskins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Haskins on first down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It got his man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go with Chubb on second down. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. extra point of tying this thing up. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That finds Smith-Schuster. Nice grab.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. Looking deep here for Ebron. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins eluding the pressure right. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
5 yards. Very good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll have this is past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A run for Nick Chubb. Powers through him. A second time.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. 7-7, our score after one. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield off the play fake.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joe Schobert able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Here's Johnson with a reception. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a
fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Haskins to throw it. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Come on. Check 93's the mic.
Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them. Because
now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. Touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield now. It's caught by Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins. Back to Smith-Schuster. This time complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 27, Haskins flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On third down, here's Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 41. He's coming.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 36, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Handoff comes to Chubb. And fights through one man. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Coming.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Haskins' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now Haskins on 1st down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, it's Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. A gain of 6 there on first. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. On the give, this is Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Steelers have won the game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.